5 episodes in! I swear Alien Earth is trolling us, bruv. Instead of building something fresh, they keep hammering the nostalgia button, introducing inept characters, and layering on music cues that makes me think Jack Black is about to bust in at any moment.
Bruh.
Welcome back to your one and only hand-drawn boy, Digital Flesh. And yes, we're continuing to analyze the desecration of Alien Earth. So, if you're here for another round of Alien Earth rants, strap yourself in for one hell of a ride.
Here we go again.
Don't forget to hit like, smash subscribe, or follow. Let me know what you thought in the comments, because after watching this episode, I couldn't believe what was happening.
This can't be happening, man. This isn't happening.
So the episode kicks off with a reference to aliens, with the whole 17 days text.
17 days? Hey man, I don't want to rain on your parade. We're not going to last 17 hours.
Other familiarities they keep jamming in are the sound effects ripped straight from the series, or little shots that mimic Alien 3, or musical cues that flirt with the original film, and then take a hard left turn into stupid. Later on, they even reuse the alien screams from Aliens, and it makes zero sense. Why the hell would a Xenomorph let out a dying whale when it's not getting shot by sentry guns? Who the fuck is making these dumbass decisions? And that's the real tragedy here. The production design is phenomenal. The sets look incredible, cinematic. The art department clearly understood the assignment, recreating that gritty, industrial space vibe. And instead of elevating the show, all that beautiful work gets flushed straight down the shitter by garbage writing and boneheaded creative choices. Absolutely wasted. Episode 5 of Alien Earth, titled In Space, No One. Without exaggeration, one of the most baffling wastes of time I've seen. Worse than a Naruto filler episode. Why not start the series with this one? And funny enough, only this episode and the first are directed by Noah Hawley. Suspicious, right? The guy only shows up for the space nostalgia episodes. It's a flashback episode halfway through the season, with flashbacks inside flashbacks.
What?
Huh?
Instead of raising the stakes, they slam the brakes. We get character introductions for people we already know die. Structurally, a complete fucking mess. And to top it off, it breaks Alien canon. This is set 2 years before Alien, yet characters toss around the word Xenomorph like it's slang. So assuming Weyland-Yutani already had that data from Prometheus and Covenant, okay, cool. Then what? Ripley spent 2 whole films fighting mass amnesia. It's lazy. No respect to the lore or timeline. So the big hook this week is, who sabotaged the ship? Because, yeah, fires don't just start out of nowhere and leave 2 people facehuggered. The answer? Petrovich.
What?
Some random nobody we've barely seen, apparently slipping in and out of cryo unnoticed. Morrow is trying to figure out what's going on and goes full voyeuristic Blade Runner detective mode, spots someone in a video, and begins investigating. After interrogating Teng, the perverted robot, he learns not everyone's always asleep in cryo. So he goes back to detective mode, and surprise, surprise, Boy Genius is cutting a deal to sabotage the ship with Petrovich because his waifu died. Oh, and somehow they're video calling 65 light years from Earth with 0 lag. Makes total sense. Anyway, Petrovich shows up for 5 fucking seconds, one-shots a kid literally named Chlamydia, and then gets shanked like Apollo Creed in Predator. That's it. The reveal is so empty, it feels like the writers were trolling us. What a fucking waste. This episode is Morrow's story. We learn that his daughter died. Tragic, sure, but it's also the most generic backstory generator imaginable. It's literally Ripley's arc copy-pasted. Wake up, learn your kid's dead, cue the trauma. The theme of fire is shoved in everywhere too. The episode starts with a fire, his daughter dies in a fire, and we get campfire flashbacks with both of them on a beach that felt ripped straight out of Fantastic Four's Shala Ball scene.
Toasty!
I half expected Galactus to stroll in.
You quickly realize Morrow's the only character with a functioning brain cell. Everyone else is so aggressively stupid you almost wonder if it's intentional. He's the only one asking real questions, trying to secure the ship, actually follow protocol. Meanwhile, the side bitch captain has zero leadership skills and is literal dead weight. There are long, moody Blade Runner detective scenes of Morrow chain-smoking cigars and scrolling through videos, doing his best Method Man impression. At one point, he whips out his Wolverine Go-Go Gadget Claw to intimidate poor Chlamydia. Yes, that's seriously his name, before asking him if he's the mole. Spoiler, he's not. Look, I don't even like Morrow, but he single-handedly carries this trash fire. Without him, this episode wouldn't just be bad, it'd be unwatchable. And honestly, with no Kirsch this week, the show's already in the negatives. I just gotta say it. Everyone on this ship is fully remedial.
Did IQs just drop sharply while I was away?
Their names are so forgettable except for Chlamydia. Yes, I know. I wish I was joking. And while we're on names, how do you go from the Nostromo and the Sulaco, two iconic sci-fi ships, to the fucking Maginot? Who thought that was badass? Then we have the so-called science officers, one who casually eats sandwiches in a contained alien lab.
I'm retarded?
Where's the fucking professionalism? There's a medic who jumps into surgery with zero prep. He also somehow racks up a higher body count than the alien itself. And the engineers, the people keeping the ship alive, are just there. We even get a whole subplot with the low IQ guy talking about pie.
Come again?
Yes, pie. He whines about having to share half his rations, like food is scarce, even though there's probably an entire fucking storage bay of food. Then he tries flexing by dropping words like perambulating, completely out of context. There's no tension here. Alien Earth Episode 5 plays out like a bad cosmic sitcom, where every crew member is fighting for the crown of most retarded. In Alien, the facehugger is pure sci-fi horror perfection. The crew tries to remove it, acid blood sprays everywhere. Every move could kill Kane or tear through the ship. Pure tension. In this episode, they literally try hacking it off with a knife. The acid sprays into the captain's neck, kills him instantly, and somehow no one questions why every character in this show is so dumb. And this is coming from Noah Hawley, who claims to be a fan of the franchise. Why do they all say that? Every single time it ends up the same. Lazy writing, dumb choices, and zero respect for the IP. We find out Little Miss Sidepiece is banging the second poor bastard with a facehugger glued to his skull because he's one of the two people who got sabotaged, and we're treated to the most awkward sex scene in TV history. Fully clothed, dry humping, zero chemistry, you can practically feel the intimacy coordinator's virgin energy radiating off the screen. And of course, it's a flashback she has while staring at him in cryo with an alien attached to his face. Then they toss in a cheap jump scare cutting from awkward boinking to facehugger horror. It's not scary, it's pathetic. It's a student film level tonal disaster. We have this moment where the two scientists are trying to remove ticks from the young guy's organs. It's absolute chaos. Instead of doing something smart, like quarantining him or freezing the poor bastard, they decide, hey, let's just crack open his chest here in the middle of the room. No prep, no containment, just casual back alley surgery. Of course, it ends exactly as you'd expect. Alien tick creatures fart poison gas all over the room and wipe out everyone present. Hilariously, one of the scientists earlier cracked a joke about breathing recycled farts for 65 years during Morrow's interrogation.
What?
It kinda comes full circle. But it's pointless. Now to this week's Little Shop of Horrors installment. We've got the tick, the eyeball, and the so-called Xenomorph. The eyeball gets so much screen time, it's basically filler for filler's sake. Sometimes the episode tries to make you root for it, like when it taps on the glass to warn the scientists the bug escaped, or when it charges at Little Miss Sidepiece to save her. It's all such a mess though, there's too much going on. Then it gets weirder. The eyeball takes over an engineer and we get a full-on human-host parasite wrestling match. I laughed out loud because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. As for the ticks, one of the grossest moments is when one escapes a glass container, because why the hell wouldn't they use reinforced containment for a dangerous species, and squirts babies into the scientist's water flask. I imagined it like that aloe vera water with the little chunks. Ugh! And of course, it all ends with the ticks infesting the boy and slowly draining him and dying in surgery because of the medic's incompetence. Classic Alien Earth logic. The biggest sin of this series is the actual alien has to cameo in its own show. They call it a Xenomorph and act like everyone's already clued up on the species. Remember, this is before the Alien movie. For most of the episode, it's MIA, while people casually run around the ship. No fear that this thing is running around. When it finally shows up, it's comical. The tail is way too short, arms flailing like Jim Carrey doing a T-Rex impression. Roided out neck, obviously to hide the puppeteer's head, and parts of it literally look like fabric. It crawls and runs like a dog through the corridors, very Alien 3 vibes. And it has digitigrade legs for some reason, even though it didn't spawn from an animal. It's matte black, occasionally dribbles, and looks pretentious rather than terrifying. A fucking travesty. This should be considered a hate crime to the franchise. There's no stealth, no mystery, just bulldozing through the cast. The eyeball tag teams with the engineer, tries to communicate with the alien, jumps on it like it's WrestleMania, and gets skewered.
What the fuck?
Eileen then jumps out of the host to try and take on the alien, but can't find an eye hole, so it fucks off. And to top it all off, with 3 episodes left, we still don't know what the testicle plant or the moth thing even does. But who cares? We got 3 more episodes to waste on those. So what did episode 5 actually accomplish? It exposed every single flaw this dumpster fire of a show has. Terrible characters, pathetic writing, wooden acting, Morrow being the rare exception, a laughable mystery payoff, and the alien itself reduced to background comedy relief. The original tagline was, "In space, no one can hear you scream." For this dog shit, it should be, "In space, no one gives a fuck." Agree, disagree, or just want to rant? Hit the comments and let me know. Smash that like, subscribe or follow, and join the chaos. With only 3 episodes left, this flashback fiesta was a complete waste of time. I'll see you in the next one. Stay creative.